my fellow griefers and trolls. Eric the Plague Doctor, 981YT here. And beekos, welcome back to more Elder Scrolls Online, my favorite multiplayer game of all time. So in this one, beekos, we will hopefully be finishing off the Wrothgar storyline. In the last one, we aided the king and some of the priestesses. As a matter of fact, we're helping a priest right now. We are currently in the middle of doing a mission the king does not know about. So we need to investigate Vashraka as well as this prison. Come on, bitch. Yeah, I think this is gonna give us absolutely no choice but to... Didn't detect me fast enough, bitch. Wonder what the fuck happened in here.
Did you learn anything about the prison? I gathered some interesting information, but nothing that helps us at this exact moment.
The prison is underground.
Underground? Like in a dungeon or something? I hope you don't expect me to grab a shovel and start digging. I don't do that sort of thing.
There's a well that leads to the prison. We just need a way to climb down.
A well? Yeah, I saw the old well. We'll need a rope or something to climb down, though. Check near the forge. I noticed tools and ropes hanging around. One of those ropes should serve our needs.
I'll find a rope and be right back.
Glad you're back. It's starting to get cold out here. Well, colder, really. I'm not sure how the orcs and the Nords stand it. Did you find a rope? Was it right where I said it would be?
I found a coil of rope.
I knew you could do it. Follow me. I'll secure the rope and drop it into the well. Come on. The well is this way. I'll hang back and look around up here a little more.
Come on, turn around. Bitch, turn the fuck around. NPCs just never do what you want them to do. Turn around and do a little spin so I can murder you. Come on.
that the best you can do? My hearth mother hits harder than that, and she's dead. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you liked me. So Kurog's pet shows up again. Are you here to make sure I am still a prisoner? Or has he sent you to cut my throat? Come on, what are you waiting for? Just kill me and get it over with. Or don't you have the guts for that kind of work?
You're the chief who got captured?
Kurog sent you to kill the captured chief, but he didn't tell you it was me. How typical. Well, the damn cultists couldn't kill me, the prison escapees couldn't kill me. Neither can you.
High Priestess Salagra sent me, not
The
Kurog.
Trinimac Priestess. She's just like the idiots who attacked my stronghold, threw me down here. They released my prisoners and made a game out of letting them torture us. But the joke's on them. I'm still alive.
Why should I do you after what you did at the Orsinium Temple?
What are you talking about? After I left Orsinium, I returned here just in time to watch the Voshrock overwhelm my stronghold. I've been a prisoner in my own dungeon since. Definitely time to do anything at the temple.
The fanatics kept shouting your name as they attacked.
That's nice. I have adoring admirers, but I had nothing to do with them or the temple. Now do you want to get out of here? My arms hurt, so climbing up the well is right out. We need to find another exit.
Sounds like you've got a suggestion.
I do indeed. But the prison defenses are still active. That's going to make getting out of here a bit tricky. Lucky for you, I'm here.
Alright, let's go find the exit.
First, we need to get through the Chamber of Scorn, where we keep the most dangerous prisoners. Chamber's protected by poison gas. If we run into trouble, you'll have to deal with it, what with my injured arm and all. Gates? I forgot about them. Blasted engineers always making upgrades. So just so you know, if we don't do this exactly right, we're both going to die. No pressure or anything, but I wanted you to know what we're dealing with here.
What do we need to do?
I need to turn the manual override switches in the correct order to open the gate to the next chamber. But this is the Chamber of Scorn. It was designed to hold our most dangerous inmates, so it won't be that simple.
It never is. What else is going to happen?
As soon as I start the process, poison will begin filling the room, and those cell doors are going to swing open. I'll try to be quick, but with an injured arm, I can only work so fast. Just keep the prisoners away from me and stay out of the gas.
What happens if the gas touches me?
You die a slow and painful death. Exciting, isn't it? Now let's get this over with. Once I turn this lever, there's no stopping, so get ready. Turning the first lever. Now! I'll get the next one. Just keep those prisoners away from me. about to get more complicated. One more lever to go. Let's keep moving. Welcome to the spike room. I'd brag about the craftsmanship if we weren't trapped down here. See those valves on the wall? I need you to turn all 3 of them. Just watch out for the spikes.
I just need to turn the 3 valves?
Well, not exactly. Those expensive engineers I hired built in override timers on the locks. If you don't close the valves fast enough, the trap resets. We built it to hamper escape attempts, remember? It's not supposed to be easy.
Turn the valves quickly. Anything else?
Just watch out for those spikes. They're reinforced metal sharpened to razor points. They might be coated with poison. Depends on when the last maintenance tasks were performed. Get skewered by a couple of those spikes and it's so long, Hawker.
Any last advice before I go down there?
The spikes aren't random. You can watch from up here and you might be able to determine the pattern. It changes daily, so even I don't know the current sequence. Just remember that if you take too long, it resets and you'll have to start over. That didn't work out very well for you, did it? Try moving quicker than a Hawker, would you? A little farther and we'll be out of here.
Well, it only took the second try, but we did it.
fine. It's good to breathe free air. I refuse to leave one prison just to enter another. If you plan to take me to Kurog, forget about it. I'd rather die here with my clan than have to see Kurog's gloating face again.
I'm not taking you to Kurog.
Damn right you're not. Make a move and I'll cut you. Just a flick of my wrist and your guts will decorate the floor. Now tell me why Solgra sent you. What kind of game is Kurog playing this time? My arm is fine, but I couldn't get out of the prison on my own, so killing you down there wasn't an option. Now I'll ask again. Why are you here? Why did Solgra send you to help me?
She didn't want the Bashrak to kill you in Trinimak's name.
Now I understand. Kurog wants to save face. Can't have a rival chief die at the hands of fanatics who worship the same god as our so-called king. Now I see where Kurog's priorities lie.
Isn't he trying to unite your people? You could help him.
Me? Help Kurog? Where was our so-called king when my clan was at the mercy of the Vashrak? Where was he when my people were dying or being forced to join this cult against their will?
Is that why you attacked the temple?
How many times do I have to tell you? I had nothing to do with that. You want to know the truth? Find Ulsha. I sent her away during the attack. She's camped outside Faran. She'll tell you everything you need to know.
Chief Bazrog, lower your weapon, please. I don't want to loose this arrow, but I will if you don't stand down.
Damn it, Wood Elf, fine! But you might as well put that arrow in my heart, because I won't let you turn me over to Kurog.
So now what? I've never taken an Orc Chief prisoner before.
I'm not sure. He refuses to go see Kurog.
I guess we could take him to High Priestess Solgra. She did send us to save him, after all. I'm sure I can sneak him into the city, as long as he cooperates and doesn't do anything stupid or anything.
You escort Chief Bazrog to High Priestess Solgra, and I'll meet you there.
All right then, we've got a plan. And it's a perfectly good plan. Really. Other than me trying to sneak the chief into a city where Kurog has eyes and ears everywhere. What was I thinking? And how are we going to convince the chief to come with me?
The chief suggested I talk to someone. I'll do that, and you'll keep him out of Kurog's hands.
Right. Sneak Bazrog into Orsinium and get him to Solgra. Easy as Boar-Knuckles pie. Why do I have a feeling this trip back is going to get complicated?
You'll do
You
fine.
can put the bow down, Elf. I'll go with you as long as you promise not to turn me over to Kurog.
Someone's coming this way, Ulsha!
Let them through. They're friends. It's good to see you again, though we seem destined to always meet during troubled times. First, the frozen peasants, and now this difficulty with the Vashrak. I try to remain optimistic, but sometimes I just want to scream.
Bosrog sent me to talk to you.
My husband lives. Truly, the man is favored by Malakath. I suppose I need to thank Solgra for sending help when I requested it. But where is he? Is the chief well?
Bosrog's fine, but I need to know how he was captured.
After the chief met with Kurog, we immediately set out for Farin. He was angry, but he refused to talk about it. We arrived to find our stronghold overrun by those Trinimac fanatics. The Vosh Rock fell upon us before we knew what was happening.
So Bosrog didn't send warriors to attack the temple in Orsinium?
What? Of course not. Chief Bosrog would never put innocents in danger, not even if Kurog insulted his honor. Tell me who these imposters were so that I can deal with them in accordance with the curse and the code.
We're still trying to figure out who's behind all this.
Very well, but my chief is innocent. We must clear his name. I'll contact my sources and investigate from my end if you promise to do the same. Now where is Chief Bosrog?
Chief Bosrog is safe. You have my word on that.
Then I trust he will stay that way, or you will answer to me. Take this as a token of thanks for assisting the chief, and for your willingness to find the truth of the dark matters that plague Wrothgar. I'll contact you in Orsinium when I have news.
Hold, outsider! I bring a message from the king! King Kurog requests the honor of your presence, outsider. My beloved awaits your arrival at the keep, so do not linger. His dark mood is bad enough without you disappointing him as well.
Do you know what the king wants?
Of course I know what he wants. He wants you immediately. Do you have a pointless question answer for you?
I in some way.
Outsider, the king had everyone on. You could literally cut court with a knife. And I fear it will get worse before it gets better. Go, talk to the king. Perhaps you can raise his low spirits.
I'll go speak with the
Go!
king.
Have you no sense of urgency? My beloved's mood has already grown dark. Don't add to his anger as well, outsider.
Why is he so angry?
Why? Why does the sun rise and fall each day? Why do the spring rains eventually free us from winter's icy grip? The king is angry, and like any force of nature, he refuses to be denied.
But something must have inspired the king's bad mood.
Well, yes! Of course something did. Go and speak to the king, outsider. I prefer you hear the news from his mouth instead of from mine.
Have you ever looked at these statues? I mean, really looked at them. Legends carved into bronze or stone. The work of hundreds of hours, likely crafted by people who didn't know a thing about their subject matter. And for what purpose, do you think?
To honor and remember them?
And who decides who we honor and remember? The victors, of course, for they get to write the history. But there are two sides to every story. No one remembers the losers. They fought for what they believed in and failed, and so they are forgotten.
What are you getting
To the
at?
vanquished, this isn't a statue of a hero. It's a tribute to a tyrant. Many see me in the same way, a tyrant, forcing my ideas upon the people. They say I'm wrong, that I'll destroy the Orsimer. They seek to turn everyone against me.
Has someone turned against you?
I get reports. Things my advisors think I need to know. One report claims that the Wood Elf is keeping company with Bosrog. When two of my scouts confronted her, she killed them both. I'm concerned that Bosrog has turned Evely against us.
You think that Evely Sharparrow is a traitor?
Evely aids my enemy. The Wood Elf has chosen the wrong side. I worry that you might follow her example. But I have a moot to prepare for, and I've said what I had to say. When you see Evely, I expect you to do the right thing.
Are you? Yes, I'm sure you are. I have a message for you. I thought that was you when I saw you enter the keep. You were in there so long, though, I was beginning to think you'd never come back out. It's scary, isn't it? Malakath this and Trinimac that, and all that talk about traitors in the court.
You said you had a message.
Right. A little wood elf gave it to me. Described you to a turn and asked me to deliver this letter. Not sure why she was hiding under that hood, or why she spoke with a funny accent. But I haven't met that many wood elves, so...
Did this wood elf say anything
As
else?
a matter of fact, although it didn't make a lick of sense to me, she said the letter itself wasn't important. She said that what really matters is the beginning of every thought. Maybe you'll understand it, because I certainly don't. You know, come to think of it, maybe the message is in some kind of code. Hey, maybe someone in the Mages Guild could help you decipher that. I mean, if you need any help, that is.
Do you know anyone who can decipher codes?
Well, maybe, if there's actually a hidden message and it's not just some weird poem. I have a friend, sort of. Name's Kalina. She just arrived in the Mages Guild, and she's the smartest person I know. You? Probably.
Probably, bitch.
The Orcs smell, the Nords are rude, and the Bretons... Gods, don't get me started on the Bretons.
This weather. It's fit for orcs and Nords, of course, but it does terrible things to my skin. Ah, well. Life in the Mages Guild and all that, I suppose. Still, I continue to petition for a post in Mournhold. Maybe one day.
Could you help decipher a coded message?
A coded message? You mean as in spies and such? That's not something I'm usually asked about. Reagents, soul gems, spells. Those are my usual areas of expertise. Not sure I can be of much help in this, but perhaps I can offer a bit of advice.
Anything that could help would be appreciated.
Coded messages, if that's what this is, tend to contain patterns. The message, or the poem in this case, usually doesn't mean anything as a whole. The real message is in the tiny snippets. Try looking at the words differently. Maybe that will help.
There must be something else you can tell me.
A bribe? Oh, very well. I accept, but you didn't hear this from me. There's an outlaw den below the city. It's the best place to find all kinds of unsavory characters. If anyone can decipher your message, you'll find them there.
If I can raise a little gold on the next caravan out, to oblivion with this place. What do you want? If you change your mind, I'll be here.
Listen, this one is completely innocent. Do orcs all Khajiit look the same, yes? And I was not in the city earlier today. I was especially nowhere near the marketplace. This one is not the one you are looking for.
I don't care what you stole. I'm looking for help decoding a message.
Codes and languages. This one considers those to be her specialty. You have come to the correct person, my friend. Let me see the message. I will even give you a discount since I was not arrested today.
I was told that the poem isn't important. What matters is the beginning of every thought.
Interesting, but extremely obvious. You really needed this one's help to decipher this? There are not even any mysterious symbols or complex patterns. It's so simple a sober Nord could figure it out. No offense intended.
Then tell me what it says.
No. If this one simply blurts out the answer, then you will have learned nothing. Better to teach you to hunt than hand you a sandwich, yes? The beginning of each thought. Look at the first word of every sentence. Then all will become clear.
Help me.
Damn moot. First the king invites outsiders, and now this? It's no wonder we don't have any rooms left to rent. Plenty to eat and drink downstairs, though, so feel free to go and bother the bartender.
I'm looking for my friends, a wood elf and a couple of orcs.
A wood elf and 2 orcs? Sounds like the beginning of a bad limerick. Sorry. We don't see that many of the little elves around here, so I really can't help you.
I understand, orcs don't smell, or so I've heard.
My apologies. I couldn't reveal anything until you said the proper words. Take the stairs to the storage area. Look for an oak wall to our most private rooms.
We can't just walk into the Voshrock base. That's
We have
suicide.
to find out what the Vashrak have planned. If we wait for them to strike, it will be too late.
Whatever they're planning, it's going to happen soon. They just about told me as much when they threw me into my own prison.
Maybe we should have left you in there. For all we know, you deserve to be in prison.
Listen to me, Elf. I didn't attack anyone. I left Orsinium and they ambushed me.
I sent you to rescue the Chief Everlee. I wouldn't have done that if I believed he was guilty.
You lied to us, High Priestess. You knew who you were sending us to rescue the entire time. This feels like one giant trap, and we walked right into it.
You found us. I'm sorry that Everlee is upset, but I did what had to. I know you have questions, and you're probably just as angry with me as Everlee. But please hear me out, I beg you. There are deadly plots unfolding, and we're all in terrible danger.
You knew we were rescuing Bosrog. You lied to us.
I withheld certain details, yes, but I had good reasons. If cultists killed Bosrog in Trinamak's name, it would have started a civil war. And if Kurog found out you were trying to rescue Bosrog, you would never have been allowed to leave the city.
I don't understand. You said Bosrog was behind the attack on the temple.
Bosrog's shield wife approached me after the Voshrak attacked Farron's stronghold. She knew the king would do nothing for those who didn't accept his rule. Chief Bosrog was ambushed at the same time the temple was being attacked.
And what does that
Someone
prove?
wanted to blame Bosrog for the Malakath fanatics, while also removing the chief from the battlefield. It was a brilliant plan. Fortunately, you were able to foil it. And now, thanks to Bosrog, we know what the Voshrak are planning next.
Bosrog planning to do next?
The Voshrak want to make a statement. Big thinks it involves where all the chiefs will. We need someone at the old Trinamak temple to the west and learn more about their plans.
And that someone is me.
I'll send scouts ahead, but you'll need to get inside and do whatever it takes to uncover the exact nature of their plan. Lives are at stake, remember that. Now please, talk to Everlee. We need her. We have to convince her to help us. You two have your orders. Scout the temple area. The others will join you shortly.
Finally! Something to do that doesn't involve a message.
I hate this situation. I really do. Being a hero, that's supposed to be pure and honest. Good is good and evil is evil, you know what I mean? But nothing here is clear cut. I can't tell the good guys from the bad.
If it was easy, everyone would be a hero.
I'm not sure whose side I'm on anymore. When Bosrog and I sneaked into the city, 2 guards got lucky and happened to be in the right place at the right time. They attacked. I just reacted and let my arrows fly.
Everything worked out, so stop your whining.
I killed 2 guards, doing their job. They probably have loved ones, pets. How can you be so heartless?
How can you be so gullible? Look, are you going to help not.
You can be a bastard sometimes, you know that? First Solgra's lies, tricking us into helping Chief Barsrog. Now this? All right, I'll help you. But I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it because someone has to.
Then come to Paragon's remembrance. I need someone I can trust.
I can do that. Besides, it'll be nice to get out of the city. Try to forget about the price on my head for a while. All right, let's do this. But be careful out there, will you? I can't afford to lose the only person I really trust.
Why do all the best opportunities
good news, disappointing news.
It's certainly well hidden. If Bosrug lied to us...
I've got good news, disappointing news, and downright awful news. The good, Bosrog's instructions were easy to follow. The disappointing, I have no idea how to find the entrance, and there's no way to get inside without being attacked once we do.
So what's the downright awful news?
I lost a bet with Talvia, and now I owe him a traditional Valenwood dinner. You know, the kind wood elves like to eat. I can't wait to see the look on his face when he realizes what kind of meat he's eating. It'll be priceless.
You sound like your old self again.
Yeah, I guess I just needed to get out of the city. I was seriously depressed when I wound up on the King's Most Wanted list. Thanks for pushing me. Infiltrating a cult is certainly better than hiding in a hole someplace.
So how do we get inside?
Well, with all the runners we spotted, we know we're in the right place. We just need to find a way to get inside without being noticed. You know, we might be able to do something with those higher-ranking cultists in the fancy masks.
A disguise is a good idea. Seen any of those cultists recently?
Well, a few of the masked cultists passed this way a little while ago. Then we heard a large commotion over there to the west. I can't be sure, mind you, but I think those Voshrock might have... Well, they could have walked into an...
Just tell me what happened.
Tavia thinks... Well, he thinks that the group might have walked into an Achartair mating ritual. The sounds from the west, the screams. Ifri's bow, the noise was horrible. Then it got real quiet. I don't think it went well for the cultists.
I'll go see if I can find something we can use.
Just don't get too close to those Achartairs. I hear they become extremely violent when anything interrupts their frolicking. We'll look around on our own and meet you inside. Good luck!
This is all well, but it's very effective in wearing tail. You literally looking tail. So I'm really not sure how good of a disguise would be. You see what I mean? That tail kind of gives it away.
You're late. The others have already gone inside. Get a move on.
This illusion is so weird. It looks like I'm wearing robes, but I feel so. Looks like you found an amulet too. But tell me, was I right? Did the Achartairs get all frolicsome on those cultists? Wait a moment. Your amulet's cracked. You weren't supposed to break it, you know.
It was broken when I found it. The Antares weren't particularly careful with the cultists.
Well, the illusion seems to be holding up, at least for now. Hopefully it won't fail at a particularly critical moment. Anyway, I think we should split up and cover more ground. That's the best way to find what we're looking for quickly.
Are you sure splitting the party is a good idea?
This place is enormous. Besides, you never put all your acorns in one basket. We need to find out what the Voshrak are up to, and fast. Flies and I will look around out here while you and Tal see what the high-ranking cultists are meeting about.
Let's rendezvous back here after we find...
Good idea. And let's not take too long. Lives are depending on us. And speaking of lives, make sure Tal stays safe, will you? He isn't as experienced as we are. I'm a wide-eyed enthusiasm is going to get him...
Will you be careful
Stay
too.
safe. Fly will meet up with you later.
I guess we're really doing this, aren't we?
Trinimac, hear our prayer. Guide our weapons and alert us to all dangers. Grant us the courage to complete the trial you pour us.
That doesn't sound... I thought we were just spying on a meeting.
You, the chosen of the Vashrak, have shown bravery against the Malakath heretics, even going so far as to invade the temple we love and cherish. But one challenge remains. A challenge to test you, to select the most worthy for our most important mission. Now choose a scroll and select a blessing to help you in your ordeal. Elder Azul...
You stand among the holy words of Trinimac. Read the scrolls carefully and choose a blessing to help you in the coming trial.
You know, you'd think they'd notice the fucking tail. But apparently not.
That's a strange question for someone who holds your rank. Haven't you learned this much already?
I just want to make sure I understand our tenets before I proceed.
The temple's leaders are too forgiving. They live in harmony with non-believers. Trinimac is a god of war. He does not tolerate false gods such as Malakath. Soon it won't matter, though. We have agents at work within the city, even as we speak.
You know, I wonder when they're gonna realize Malakath and Trinimac are, like, literally the same person. Anyway, agents in the city.
Patience, Overseer. All will be revealed in good time. First, complete the trials and prove your worth in this endeavor. Then, all will be revealed. And if you fail, it won't matter, for the dead have little use for knowledge.
What can you tell me about this trial?
The mission before us requires the best the Vashrak has to offer. This trial will determine those select few through a test of wits, speed, and strength. Trinimac himself will winnow the iron from the ore.
This mission, I'm not sure I know all the details.
Oh, the details are the purview of those who complete the mission. But Trinimac thanks you for volunteering, no matter how things turn out. If you succeed and do as the Council demands, all will be revealed. Fail, and death is your only reward.
As the Council demands.
The last part of the trial requires that you obey the Council without question, but you won't have to deal with that until the very end. Remember, if you succeed, you will be named a Chosen of Trinimac and allowed to partake in the sacred mission.
I don't think this is just some routine meeting. What in Akatosh's name are they talking about? A trial? Trinimac's blessing? Sounds kind of dangerous to me.
I think we need to complete the trial to find out what they're planning.
My father always says, the rabble face death every day, while the brave always find a way to defeat it. I've never been exactly sure what he meant, but I think I know now.
You don't have to do this.
Yes, Yes, I do. This is what I came here for. This is my time to shine. Besides, you're here with me. We'll watch each other's back and come out victorious in the end.
Have you studied the scrolls? Do you know the words of Trinimac, and are you ready to enter the gauntlet? The only aid you will receive is the blessing that you choose, so make your selection wisely. So, which blessing have you decided upon? Will you accept the blessing of Avalion and become one with the wind? Or will Vaya's resolve protect you from the coming trial? Or perhaps Usanok's rage will grant you the strength to succeed? Then let Trinimac grant you the strength to overcome the challenge of the gauntlet.
Listen well, for I do not like to repeat myself. To unlock the door, you need to activate the 4 switches. The Vosh rock inside will try to stop you. You will be timed.
That sounds easy enough.
Take too long, the switches reset, and you will need to begin again. Others may pass you and take the position you fight for. And don't worry about killing anyone. They're certainly going to try to kill you.
I can kill other Voshra?
Trinimac favors the victorious in battle. If followers fall, they are not worthy. The Voshrock understand that. So should you. Your time starts now. That didn't take time starts.
It was tough, but we made it. I knew we could do it.
Now I see how you completed the gauntlet so quickly. Your disguise is not needed here. I know who you are. You show great courage to stand before us. But what are you truly willing to sacrifice? Are your intentions as pure as ours? We've donned the false god's armor, attacked and killed true believers within a sacred temple, all for the sake of the sacred plan. Will you make that same sacrifice? Your final test starts now. Are you here to harm us or to join us? To make the Awesomers stronger than they ever imagined? Show us where your loyalty lies. Spill the blood of your ally in Trinamac's name and display your true devotion.
Hey, my amulet stopped working. And did they just say something about spilling my... Oh my, you're not considering following through with this, are you? That's insane!
Make your choice. It's too late to stop us. Our wolves are already.
That was kind of exciting. I'll ward the door while you search the room. Find out what they're planning. Then go and let the others know.
Kick an ass.
you are. I was beginning to get worried about you. We've found out some... Where's Talvia?
Talvia's fine. He's keeping the Vashraka busy so we'll go warn the
All
city.
by himself? Are you sure he can handle that? What am I saying? Of course you're sure. We managed to find out that the attack on the temple was a ruse perpetrated by the Voshrok. That was right before our amulet stopped working.
We lost our amulets too.
Yeah. I was suddenly as naked as an ash tree that had lost its last leaf of the season. Good thing we stashed our gear nearby. Anyway, the temple attack was all to place the blame on Basrog. The chief is innocent. I didn't help a murderer.
I learned that the Vashrok are hiding in the city. They're going to attack the chiefs at the Mute.
Something, but not enough to provide the edge we were hoping for. We'll just have to be careful. Anyone could be working with the Voshrok. I don't know about you, but all this intrigue is starting to make my head hurt.
Return to Orsinium and warn Chief Basrog. I'll meet you there shortly.
Flies and I will go warn Chief Basrog. This whole thing? It's stranger even than any Investigator Vale story I've ever read. Here, take this. I found it and thought you should have it. For protecting Tal. I appreciate that.
You should have
can't
thought
lock us
about
out of
that
our
before
inn.
you helped
That's
the enemies of our king.
tyrannical!
Now get out of my way before I toss you in a cell too.
Damn soldiers and their... How infuriating! I don't even like the place that much, but I'll be damned if I let them toss me out of my own inn. The closer the city gets to completion, the worse things get for us common folk.
What happened at the end?
Orsimer soldiers barged into our inn and kicked us out. Now they won't let anyone back in. They decided to detain some of our patrons, including your friends. In fact, the little wood elf showed up right before the soldiers did.
There has to be a way to get
The
inside.
soldiers placed guards at all the exits, even the back one. Damned if I know how they found out about that. The soldiers won't let anyone in until they finish the king's work, whatever that is. Bunch of stiff boots, the lot of them.
I'll find a way to get
I should have
inside.
known that hiding folks in our inn would eventually bite us in the arse. This is ridiculous, though. They sent an entire squad of soldiers to lock down one inn. You'd think we were the damn Winterborn or something.
If you want your inn back, I need your help.
Haven't you and your friends caused us enough trouble already? Alright. Me and my inn back, forget that anything ever happened. So, how can I help?
The soldier you were talking to, do you know
Never
her?
seen her before. I make it a habit to get to know all of the guards and soldiers who come to the inn to unwind. From the look on her face, she hasn't unwound since the king was a cub tied to the Forge Mother's apron.
You must know something about her.
What? You looking to court her or something? If you're so enthralled by Captain What's-Her-Name, I heard her tell a soldier she'd be by the ramparts near the stables. But she's a cold fish, mark my words. You'd do better fishing in a different pond.
Do you have your inn key with you? I could use it to sneak into the
That
inn.
was the first thing they confiscated. It was Sergeant Vulmon. I know him. He's one of our regulars. Usually friendly, leaves an extra gold piece now and again. He's stationed near the King's Corner Club, but he won't give up that key.
I could steal it from
That's
him.
between you and him. I'll have no part in that. I'm no criminal despite how all this looks.
soldier you were talking to. Okay. Oh, that.
Sure, I had more than this.
For something warm to eat, or perhaps a blanket. Please, anything will help.
You're a little late. They just left me here to die.
What happened here? Where are the others?
I was running messages for the cute wood elf and the grumpy orc. When I returned, the soldiers rushed in, stabbed me.
Where are Evely and Chief Bosrog?
Never saw it coming. The soldiers grabbed the orc chief and the elf, took them away by the order of the king. I guess I was just...
my favorite problem handler has returned. Have you come to see what you accomplished? Thanks to you, the clan chiefs have gathered to hear what I have to say. This is going to be a moot that all of Wrothgar won't soon forget.
I need to talk to you about something important.
That sounds serious. But this is a time for celebration. The next age of the Orsimer people begins today.
Why did you send soldiers to the inn?
You dare to question my actions? To imply that I don't have the best interests of my people in mind? If you must know, we received word of the location of the traitors. I sent my soldiers to capture them for interrogation.
Did you know that your soldiers were infiltrated by the Voshrak?
What? How dare you spread such false accusations? Has Bosrog filled your head with more of his Malakath lies? I won't hear such things. Not on the verge of my greatest victory.
Where are Chief Bosrog and Evelyn?
More questions? You're beginning to try my patience. But let's not talk about such matters in front of the clan chiefs. Meet me down in the dining hall and we can continue this discussion in private.
Old and in with the new.
I hear the footsteps of an outsider. Ah, outsider. You never cease to surprise me. I suppose your recent adventures were somewhat trying. Of course, sticking your tusks where they don't belong usually leads to trouble, doesn't it?
What are you talking about?
So proud, so sure, so certain that you do the right thing. But you defy the will of Trinimac and try to stop the inevitable by warning my son. In short, you have begun to annoy me.
But I need to warn Kurog about the Voshrak.
The Voshrak do exactly what they've been ordered to do. They will eliminate every obstacle that threatens my son. It's time to remove the clan chiefs so that Orsimer unification can begin. This is about survival. Surely you can understand that.
You're behind this? When Kurog hears
No.
about this...
We're done here. You think you know so much, but you're just grasping at straws. The plan proceeds, and you can't stop it. The Orsimer will rally as one under the banner of King Kurog. I have foreseen it. Let it be known, the outsider who stands before us has betrayed our great. For your actions, I condemn you and your allies to death. A sentence you shall execute by your own hand. May Trinimac guide your blade.
I'm sorry it had to come to this. What I do for the good of the Orsimer people.
Awake? Good. It's about time. I would have been disappointed if you died after I dragged you down here. You learn a lot about healing when you're King Kurog's shield wife. Looks like my skills apply to outsiders as well. But we've wasted enough time. You need to get moving.
What happened?
I admit I never trusted you. But you've helped our people. You deserve better than to fall to the Forge Mother. I dragged you back here before the Voshrak arrived, healed you as best I could. Now get out of here before the soldiers find you.
I can't just leave, not while there are still things that need to be
My
done.
beloved does what he must to unite our people. You know this is true. You've seen it. The clan chiefs refuse to listen. If Kurog fails, the Orsimer will never be anything more than the abused and scorned wretches the other races imagine us to be.
There must be another
The
way.
chiefs have already headed to the moot, and Voshrak guard the keep. If you want to survive, you have to leave now. I don't want to fight you, but if you decide to go after the king, well, I am sworn to protect my beloved.
I'm not leaving without Chief Bosrog and
I
Emily.
expected you'd say that. Take this. It will open the cells in the dungeon below the keep. Just take your friends far from this place, and let my beloved finish his mission to elevate our people.
before I go, I want to ask you
My
something.
beloved believes that this is the only way to accomplish his dream. As his shield wife, I will support him, just as I always have. My beloved doesn't hate Basrag. They were friends once, almost brothers. If anything, he's disappointed in the chief. But Basrag challenges the king. He needs to be removed from the field of battle before he has a chance to disrupt the plan.
That's why you blamed Basrag for the attack on the temple.
It worked, didn't it? The chiefs have gathered for the moot, and everything proceeds as planned. As long as you take Basrag with you when you leave, there won't be any reason for more bloodshed. He served his purpose, just like you. No, he hoped that the chiefs would come to believe in his vision, to see the future he imagined just as he did. He never wanted it to come to this. But a king must always do the right thing for his people.
Won't killing the chiefs turn the clans against Kurag?
Why would they do that? They'll see a king who fought the fanatical Vashrak, who tried desperately to save the chiefs against overwhelming odds. When the dust clears, they will love him and stand united beneath his banner for all the world to see.
Why are you going along with all of this?
Kurag is my beloved, and I swore an oath to support and protect him. Besides, I believe in the king's dream. I believe in a united Orsimer nation. It's the best way for us to take our place as equals among the other races.
Even if it means killing innocents.
Oh, the clan chiefs are far from innocent, and their deaths will serve a higher purpose. They represent a worthy sacrifice. Now, take your friends and go. This isn't your concern any longer. Let my beloved finish what he began. Please.
have to stop meeting like this. Maybe next time I could rescue you. What do you say? What in Malakath's name is Kurog up to, I wonder? This is brash, even for him.
Kurog is working with the Vashra.
You better not be pulling my tusk, outsider. I've known Kurog for a long time. We may disagree on certain issues, but he's always had the best interests of our people in mind. This makes no sense.
He's using the moot as a trap. He's going to eliminate the chiefs who oppose
Then
him.
there isn't any time to waste. Give me the key and head for the throne room. There's a passage in there that will lead you directly to the moot. I'll get Everlee to safety and try to gather some additional help.
Additional
There
help?
are still some people here in the city that I can count on. Now do whatever you have to and get to the moot. If we run into any problems, find me outside the keep and we'll figure something out.
I wish you had listened to me, but I expected you'd come here. My beloved says the end. I'm sorry it's come to this. Please. I need healing!
Feeling I'd find you here. Kurog sealed the route to the moot, didn't he? Damn it. Most of my contacts have gone deep into hiding, and we're no closer to saving the chiefs than we were when I scraped you up off the floor of the keep.
I found this note in the throne room.
Let me see that. You can get to the moot through the temple. I had no idea that path even existed. But they sent soldiers after Solgra, that's bad. We need a new plan, and we need it now.
Any ideas?
You go ahead to the temple and check on the High Priestess. Everlee and I have one more place where we can look for some help. If we're successful, it might make the path to the moot slightly less complicated.
Just be careful, the soldiers and guards are still looking for both of you.
I'm well aware of that. I'm counting on the start of the moot to keep them distracted. But we won't take any unnecessary chances. We need Solgra to tell her side of the story. Get to the moot in safes. More from me and my people than I could have ever expected. I appreciate that. It shows you have honor. Now get to the temple and the High Priestess is all right. We need her alive. Be serious. ravaged by weapon-wielding fanatics twice in the same season. Kurog has set the motion. It's up to us to it.
I'll do what I...
I've seen you in action. Feeling that the fate of Wrothgar depends on what we do next. Our actions, whether we succeed or fail, will determine the future of Orsinium and the Orc people.
Do you really think everything comes down to
Could
this?
it not? The temple, the moot, those are the fires that will test our mettle. We'll either come out stronger or be consumed in the flames. Now go help Solgra. Time isn't on our side, my friend.
After anyone soldiers want to talk to Solgra, it must be for a good reason. We need to stay out of their way.
My wound. How it hurts.
This isn't a good time to visit the temple. We have a bit of a situation. I humbly suggest that you come back later.
Where's the High Priestess?
If this is about that incident with the fanatics, you should take it up with the king. In these difficult times, misunderstandings can quickly spiral out of control and lead to situations we'd all rather avoid.
Tell me where I can find the High Priestess.
But, oh, very well. When the king's soldiers banged on the door, she ran up the stairs and outside. The soldiers knocked us aside and chased after her. I don't know what Solgra did, but she's clearly made someone very angry.
The High Priestess didn't say anything?
Not a word. She appeared to be as surprised as we were when the soldiers barged in. Normally, Solgra is so proper. If the soldiers hadn't had their weapons drawn, I'm sure she would have gone with them quietly. There she is! Don't let the traitor get away!
Tell the king I'll play no part in his political games. What in Trinamac's name is going on? Why did Kurog send soldiers after me? They acted like I'd done something horrible. I didn't want to show it, but I was frightened for my life. I'm just glad you arrived when you did.
Those weren't just soldiers. They were Vash'Rok. Did they hurt you?
Vash'Rok? I don't understand. But no, they didn't hurt me. Not for lack of trying, though. So tell me, what kind of trouble are we in now?
They're going to blame you. Claim you're behind the Vashra.
What a ridiculous notion. Trinimac promotes unity and civilization, not anarchy and violence like those Voshrak fanatics claim. Dare I ask? Tell me, who do we have to thank for this terrible situation?
Kurag and Olga, they plan to kill the chiefs and blame you for organizing the Vashra.
We can't allow that to happen. But why have you come to help me? The clan chiefs are more important. You should be at the moot, doing whatever you can to foil the king's dastardly plan.
The paths to the Mute have been sealed. All except the path through the temple.
There's a path to the moot through the temple. Perhaps via the old tunnels. Yes, that must be the way. Here, take this key. It opens the library. If there really are old tunnels under the temple, the way to access them is probably in there.
Go find a place to hide until this is all over.
There she is! My arrow will
Behind
find
you!
its mark.
On the ledges! More salt! Quick, let's get...
High Priestess, no!
She's down! Make sure none of her allies survive!
Get the assassin! I'll take Solgra back to the temple. Go!
Stop them! Don't let the traitors get past you! I surrender! I surrender! You killed some of our best soldiers. I know when I'm outmatched.
You're nothing but a cowardly assassin.
I have my orders. Don't you know that High Priestess Solgra is a criminal, an enemy of the Orsimer? She's the leader of the Vashrak. You should thank me for what I've done.
You know very well that Solgra isn't connected to the Vashra.
How would I know such a thing? I'm just a simple soldier. I'm not a cultist in disguise. And even if I were, you can't prove a thing. Do with me as you will, outsider. I serve a higher cause.
Go and tell Aga and Kurig that I'm coming from them.
You're going to let me live? The Forge Mother was right. You are a coward. There's no iron in your spine. You can't win, outsider. Trinimac is on our side after all. You'll regret letting me live, but I'll enjoy watching the king tear you apart.
Soldiers! Trying to stop them would have only put us all in
You
danger.
could have done something. You're cowards. All of you.
Her death was quick, if that makes you feel any better. What in Malakoth's name happened out there?
I should have...
Kurag sent soldiers, put out the word that she was the leader of the Vashrak. I couldn't save her.
Solgra didn't deserve this fate, as much as I disagreed with her. She was a good person, a caring person. Kurag has gone too far this time. He has to be stopped.
We talked about the tunnels before she
Did
died.
Solgra know about the tunnels beneath the temple? Was she able to tell you how we can reach the moot before more people die?
Solgra gave me a key to the library. She thought the tunnels would be accessible through there.
This isn't going to be like swimming in mud with the Argonians. We're talking about defying the king. At best, we'll be branded as Kingslayers. At worst, we'll be dead. This isn't your fight. Not really. Are you still ready to go through with this?
Kurog betrayed us all. I'm ready to end this.
Then we take the fight to Kurog and Alga. If they refuse to give up their mad plan, then we fight on one side or the defeated. Kurog's reign ends. Says Basrog Farum. Says Basrog Sama. May Trinimac take you to your final reward, High Priestess.
Chief Basrog, I thought you were a firm believer in Malakath.
There is no place for a gentle soul in the Ashen Forge, priest. So why not let Trinimac have it? Look at this mess. We'll never find anything in here. Look around and see if you can find something that looks like a hidden passage.
I'll check over here.
You'd think that temple priests would be neater. These manuscripts are all over the place. Start searching. We've got to find a way into the tunnels.
Any idea where I should start looking?
Look everywhere. It'll probably be something odd or out of place, like those switches over there. But this is a library. Maybe one of these dusty old tomes can help. There's bound to be a book that talks about the construction of the temple in here.
Blood on King's Hand puzzle. Left is the wolf.
Well, I'll be a puny dark elf. You found it. I guess we're climbing down that hole.
I knew you would. Now let's go stop the king.
Doesn't appear to be locked. Go on. I'm right behind you.
Silence, chiefs! Your constant bickering has plagued our people. You isolate yourselves in your own stronghold, perpetuating our selfish nature. We must change who and what we are.
Kurog's got a point. We're still going to kill the bastard, right?
tried to appeal to you as equals, but you refused to listen. I grow tired of arguing